retaliated for Ukraine's strike on Crimea by hitting bases of Ukrainian special forces and foreign mercenaries. Earlier this week, a Russian official had said that Ukrainian strike on a resort area of the Crimea Peninsula had killed 3 people and injured another 16 people. And Russia's defense ministry has also announced that it has captured Pereizin, a village in Ukraine's Donetsk region. Russian Foreign Ministry's ambassador Rodion Miroshnik has further said that more than 20 Russians have been killed and over 120 have been injured in Ukrainian strikes on Russian regions over the past week. The diplomat has said that Kyiv has fired 3,100 munitions of different types of Russian regions during this period. Meanwhile, Ukrainian emergency responders have been working at the site of a Russian aerial attack in the Odessa region. Kyiv's Air Force has said that Russia has launched 3 missiles and 115 drones in Ukraine overnight. Officials have said that most drones were intercepted by air defense, but 1 civilian was killed in the Zaporizhia region and another in the Odessa region. Russian Defense Ministry has said that Russia has retaliated for Ukraine's strike on Crimea by hitting bases of Ukrainian special forces and foreign mercenaries. Earlier this week, a Russian official had said that a Ukrainian strike on a resort area of the Crimea Peninsula had killed 3 people and injured another 16. Russia's defense ministry has also announced that it has captured Pereizin, a village in Ukraine's Donetsk region. Russian Foreign Ministry's ambassador Rodion Miroshnik has further said that more than 20 Russians have been killed and over 120 have been injured in Ukrainian strikes on Russian regions over the past week. The diplomat has said that Kyiv has fired 3,100 munitions of different types of Russian regions during this period. Meanwhile, Ukrainian emergency responders have been working at the site of a Russian aerial attack in the Odessa region. Kyiv's Air Force has said that Russia has launched 3 missiles and 115 drones in Ukraine overnight. Officials have said that most drones were intercepted by air defense, but 1 civilian was killed in the Zaporizhia region and another in the Odessa region. Now, for this discussion, we are joined by Major General retired G.G. Dwivedi. He's a defense analyst, joins us live from New Delhi. Thank you very much, Major General, for joining us again. Good to see you. Thank you. Now we see that Russia and Ukraine intensify their strikes. Now we hear more than 100 drones from each side, and now that UNGA has taken and we know that Zelensky is in New York. What do you think that Zelensky will be talking about or asking for? How will he be asking for support from the rest of the world in UNGA?
Well, Asuma, first and foremost, you're right that over the last couple of days, there have been escalation in the drones and the aerial strikes by both sides. As far as Ukraine is concerned, they have been targeting the Russian supply chains, especially the railways, and that's very important target because after all these supply chains are very important to maintain your troops on the front line. And Russia has also retaliated more by the missiles and the drones, and they also are targeting either the infrastructure of energy or even the civilian areas. So therefore, suffice to say that the tension is heightened and there are escalation, no doubt about it. Now, Zelensky, what he would be asking once he is in New York, there are a couple of things. First and foremost, Ukraine cannot fight without the arms, equipment, ammunition and weapons. More importantly, that's the air defense system, because most of these strikes from Russia are the aerial strikes or the missile strike or the drones. So therefore they require air defense systems which can defend the Ukraine territory from the Russian aerial assaults. And secondly, of course, the ground equipment is very important because now the front line is more or less static, but the Russians are making small inroads, and therefore you also require weapons on the ground. So there could be a requirement of more tanks, guns, rocket launchers, and allied equipment. And thirdly, of course, financial support, because after all, you can't fight with the empty pockets. You have to have uh, money and treasure. So I think what Zelensky in nutshell will be asking primarily the air defense systems, most important, the air defense missiles, ground equipment to hold on the line, and of course the political support and financial support as well, because the war is not going to end anytime soon. It appears that President Putin wants to gain some more territory so that he has a good bargaining position on the table. Now he is controlling about 20% of Ukraine, but his effort is to gain more territory and also go in for swaps, because he has indicated that he is willing to swap certain amount of territory once he gets the complete control of Donbass area, that is Luhansk and Donetsk area, which is primarily the area of contest between Ukraine and Russia.
And
So,
Major General, what do you think that since now it seems that Trump is not as actively pursuing the peace talk between Russia and Ukraine as if you compare to earlier this year. So how do you think that he will still say something in this UNGA? Do you think that he will still try to negotiate peace between Russia and Ukraine?
well, no doubt about it, because President Trump had come on this promise in his second term as president that he'll stop the war as soon as he takes over the presidency, but that hasn't happened. And the last meeting in Alaska conveyed a very clear message that Putin is not going to end this war anytime soon. Rather, Putin has got better of Trump in this meeting that took place, and instead of ceasefire, he was more interested in actually signing a peace accord. So I think President Trump has also changed his stance, because he has expressed his displeasure on a couple of occasions as to why Putin is not coming on the table for peace talks, and therefore there is a change in his stance. And in fact, a couple of days back, when there were intrusions, all violations on Poland, on Estonia, I think Americans spokesperson have come out very categorically and clearly that they will defend the NATO countries. So I think President Putin, uh, if he is not coming on the table, then I think President Trump will extend the required support to Ukraine, and also he is keen that other NATO countries also step in, because so that the whole burden is not only on America. So I think that in time to come, America will supply the arms as it is. There was a agreement signed that according to which uh, America will be supplying arms to Ukraine, though of course the funding will come from NATO. So as I can see that there is a change in the stance of President Trump, and as long as Russia or President Putin are not coming forward for negotiation, I think Ukraine will get the required support to defend itself. Suma.
Right. Thank you very much, Major General, for joining us